Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom. Oh, it sounds echoey, but I got the me phone in the whole shack to keep it warm. You can see the wood smoke. Yes, all right. So you get up and work half an hour just to get everything going. Oh my. And I chose to live up here after the great divorce. Yes, I died. All right. So this morning we woke up to minus 18 Celsius. That's a nice chilly temperature, but feels like minus 25. Note the Grinch gloves. And then on the yo-yo scale, a lame ass minus 2 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 13 Fahrenheit. Ooh, minus 13. Unlucky number, so it's going to be chilly willy. Also, too, it's Black Friday in the United States of America. It's a good thing I have everything painted black, so I fit in on one day of the year. Yes, just like Blackie Lawless, Black Forever. Ooh, that was a good song. Even had a raven. I don't know if his name was Jack. All right, let's see if we can walk backwards without tripping and falling. Yes. All right, we got the me phone out. It should freeze up here. All right, let's see what we got here. We got no sunshine. It's trying to snow, which is normal. Yes, this is when we get most of the snow. And then in January, we get nothing because it's too cold. And then our snow turns to sugar. And then you can't do anything with it. You can't skidoo on it. You can't plow it. You can't do anything because it just flows right back in. All right, a little bit more, a little bit more. Ooh, we're losing valuable heat. But that's that wood stove going. The things we do to keep the me phone warm. And the wood stove's going over there. Look at that. And I don't know if we can see it. I have the Linn Tractor plugged in. Plus we have the battery charging in the hose shack. Yes, we might go for a drive today. It depends on the gods of drive. Yes, oh, better yet, will it start? Will it start? Yes, we'll really promote that on the YouTube video. Will it start? Will it start? We'll get millions of views. Yeah, right. Every time we try that, we go the opposite way. Oh, yes. We have people unsubscribe, I think. Also, too, check to see if you're subscribed. Check to see if you're getting notifications. Because the thingy's acting all funny. And if I'm not seeing your comments, that means I don't know where you went. Oh, man. Hopefully you come back. Because we enjoy the comments. Because we are the learning channel. Well, I better go. It's Friday. And here comes the boss.
Friday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just rolling out of bed to let the dogs out. I'm not feeling the greatest, so it's going to be a slow day for me. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, and I think I'll make some toast for breakfast and then lay back down. At 1 p.m., I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's doing.
Okay, after 11 o'clock, and we're standing outside. Yes, enjoying the chilliness. Yes, so that's Linn number 1 over there. We've had it up and going for close to 30 years with a small block Chevy. How would you say performing well? Because it was just supposed to be a temporary motor, and it's lasted this long. So this is Linn number 2. It was put on the road the same time, or the bush trails the same time as Linn number 1, but it blew up the motor, caught fire, and it was, how would you say, devastating. Okay, so after the motor blew up, I think it was 2019, we kept it in storage behind the house, and then we put it in a trailer and everything like that, yada, yada, yada. So in 2019, we decided to throw out the scrap motor, and we were getting ready, because we're going to put a small block Chevy in it, just like what it is in there now. So then I got drunk, and I don't know what happened. I should have fell in love, but I went and put the V12, the GM V12 that I had in storage for over 20 years. I stuck it in here and went to a lot of work for nothing. I was smoking the drapes or something, or drinking way too much bad stuff. Oh, tequila. So then the water pump went. We never got it running, so that was it. Tossed it outside. Yes, and Sir Rodney was nice enough to sell it to a guy in the United States of America where it should belong. Yes, because he's making a rat rod out of it. So a V12 gas motor in a Linn Tractor isn't perfect, or whatever. It wouldn't work up here. So then we grabbed this one out of this 46 Chevy truck. Yes, the one that's in the shop for the last year. Yes, so we grabbed it, tossed it in, because we needed some film footage, because we were YouTube influencers. Yes, we were making YouTube videos, and we needed to have 2 Linns up and going. So that's what we did. So we tossed it in, and that's how it is. Okay, so when we did it, we had no money. Yes, we didn't have time to order and buy stuff, so a lot of the V12 parts got shoved on here. That's why the exhaust system looks like it does, because we had these big U-pipes that Sir Rodney got it for us out of the United States of America. All right, so that's how we did it. We shoved it in, called it good, found a rad, stuffed it in there, made sure we had the overflow foo-foo thing, and that's what we did. So we got some film footage and everything like that, and we got next to nothing for views. I think we had one with the Linn Tractor number 1 out camping at 180,000 views or whatever it was, or 200,000 or whatever. And then we went out to camping with 2 Linns and everything like that, and we got 2,500 views. So that's how the algorithm or the cycle system works. So don't, how would you say, bank on having lots of money or views or friends at the time. All right. So the Linn Tractor's been parked since 2022. We didn't use it last year, so that's 2023. So we put plywood on to keep the snow and everything off the carburetor and the HEI. So now I'm worried because that's a brand new HEI in there. So all the other ones have quit or not worked since the day we got it. So the odds of that thing actually working, I don't have my hopes up. Just like when the wife wears new lingerie or teases me with her new lingerie, I doubt I'll get to enjoy them that evening. So, but the thing is, the past me writes notes for future me. So just like drunk me and sober me, so this is what we got to do. So we got to check the oils and everything like that. You have to remember, we put it together. We tried to copy as much as Linn number 1, so that's why it looks like this. All right, so the main thing is we have a Linn Tractor up and running. We have a deck for it, but we're not putting the deck on because we want everybody to see the system that they use. We put a TD18 gas tank up there to call it good. Yes, to call it good. All right, so let's get some oils topped up and check things over, and then we can go inside and warm up for lunch. Yes, lunch. We'll burn something in the microwave when it comes time. Okay, I removed the plywood protecting everything, including the shifter rods. Yes, the shifter rods on the back transmission. We'll walk up there in a minute. All right, so we had the pail pump in the hose shack. It's toasty warm in the hose shack because it's, I don't know, it's either hot or hotter in there. I don't know why. So you bring it out, you have one chance to use it. All right, that's 80-90, but the plastic hose, I think it's because it's almost 40 years old, gets a little stiff when it's outside. So I don't know. It's kind of like Viagra stiff. Look at that, eh? All right. So over here, we topped up the oils in the diff, and the final drives, and then we get the magic marker out. All right, there it is there. All right, that's yellow. So Rodney sends me yellow, so I know it's yellow. It's written on here somewhere it's yellow, so I know it's yellow because I'm colorblind. So then we get the paint marker going because you got to get it to flow. So you erase the 3 and make it a 4. Yes, just like on Sesame Street. All right, let's go to the front here. Okay, so we put a piece of plywood over the shifter rods there, okay, because that's the shifter for the Brown and Lip transmission which Linn had, okay. As Linn Tractors just had a direction box behind the Cummins motor, but we have an automatic transmission. I don't know if we can see it here. I don't know, look way down there. There's an automatic. That's the 350 automatic. So that's powering off the small block Chevy. And then we have the gears back here. So we put it in gear and drive it like an automatic. Pretty smart thinking. All right, let's go have some lunch and get ready for fun this afternoon.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I spent most of my morning in bed, so I will head inside, let the dogs out, and I think I'll just have soup today since I'm not feeling the greatest, and I'll zoom in and show you guys. It is snowing here again. It's been on and off snowing most of the morning, so let's head inside. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's negative 15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is still snowing out there and looks like more to come, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and head over to the kingdom. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like I have to head back into WHO-ville and get a jerry can of gas so we can start up the Linn Tractors. Let's head on up and see how much this will cost. 1:30 and I just made it back to the kingdom. I filled up 1 jerry can on the skidoo and it came up to $45.52. I got a total of 33 liters and the price per liter was $1.36. The receipt machine wasn't working, so I wrote it down for you guys and I'll head down to the shop. Looks like my dad already got the Linn Tractor started. We put a battery on, pumped the gas a little bit, and it fired right up.
Okay, the great startup video failed. Yes, because we're not very good at that. Will it start? Will it start? Or what do they call that? Chick magnets or chick magnets? Or clickbait. Yes. All right, so what we did was we put the battery in. Yes, the battery right here. Okay, originally the Linn battery was down there, but for some reason I think the cables were too short, so it ended up right here. The other Linn is back there. All right, so what I did is I'm too fat to get in and out past that steering wheel, so you don't get in the seat to drive it or to start it. So you got to play like the Englishman or an Australian guy. Sit on the other side to start it, okay? So what do we do? You turn the master on. You turn the switch up there to key on, okay? Hit the ignition on. And then I was just going to crank it over to see if we could get some oil pressure because you don't want it to start, all right? And to get the fuel to pump up. So, all right. So I just hit the start button and the staff is my witness. Yes, just like the guy for WKRP, the manager, Oh, yes. I swore that turkeys could fly or whatever. All right, so back to the program here. So all I did was hit the start button, and it started. That was it. That's because it's a small block Chevy. So we'll insert the video of it up and running right here.
Down at the shop now, and the Linn sounds good. We're going to take it down the south trail. Hopefully we don't get stuck or drive into a tree. You never know. These things are kind of hard steering. I'll follow along on the Skidoo and get a couple videos for you guys. Just after 2 p.m. we made it back into the kingdom, no problem. My dad just parked the Linn. Now we'll go over and start cutting up some firewood, because as you can see, it is still snowing. Lots is coming down. Before we can do anything, we have to grease up the skill saw, and we are using our fancy Arctic grease because it is pretty cold out here. I'll zoom in and show you. Now we'll grease up the skill saw and start cutting wood. 2:30, we just got the tubs filled, plus the wagon and the wheelbarrows. I'm officially done in the kingdom. I'm still not feeling the greatest, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m. My dad's gonna get on the mini and clear some snow.
Okay, now back to regular schedule programming. The test drives were a success. Yes, we had fuel problems and stuff like that, but the main thing is we drove it home because we forgot to plug the famous Black Cat in, because anytime you go to the wilderness, you always have a second machine up and or ready to run to go get it to bring it back. But we always have the mini hoe. Yes. So what happened in July of 2023? Yes, we drove it in March and April of 2023, I think it was. Yes, 23. Yeah, I think so. No, or was it 22? I'm confused. All right. So what happened was in the summer, that fuel cap was off. We walked by with the dogs or something. I walked by, the fuel cap was off. So we just went through a good rainy season or rainy period. So we assumed, yes, you make an ass of you and me, the water got in here. Yes, because remember a rain gauge is so many big in diameter, and it tells you how much rain you collected. So we put the cap on. I made a note that there's water in here. So just before the freeze up here in the kingdom in October, I drained out the tank. But you can't drain the tank out because IH has it baffled, okay? It's a TD18 fuel tank, so it's baffled. So you can get the fuel or try and get it out, but it doesn't work. So we knew that. So, okay, so we brought it up to the shop, and then today, knowing there's ice in that tank, I put the alcohol in there. Yes, gas line antifreeze alcohol plus the 2-stroke and fresh gas. So the thing ran great. We did our little drive through the South Trail, and then that's when it quit in front of the tank. So we're chasing out the ice that's now turned to water. So it was water in July, turned to ice, and then we have to turn it back into water. Does that make sense? If not, have a drink. Okay, so I learned lots on Linn number 1 for almost 30 years of driving it. So Linn number 2 is set up the same way as Linn number 1. That way there's no confusion, like Father's Day. There's your fuel filter down there. All right, it's a clear fuel filter. So you just come around the front here, just like on Linn number 1. You can reach in there, and you can see that there's still water in there, okay? It's going to turn back to ice. So I got to change that out. But the main thing is we got it going. We flushed out a bunch of water out of the system, and it will give us problems more and more. But the thing is, that's the fuel filter. We can chase out the water. There used to be ice that was a water at one time, or rainfall. Yes. Now we collect rainfall, so we know how much it takes to, or how much rain you can collect in such a short time. Okay. The past me made a note saying we changed the shifter because we wanted this thing up and going for filming so we could get those YouTube views or whatever. But the main thing is to have 2 Linns out in the wilderness, because we're the only ones that take a Linn Tractor to the wilderness. How many museums take their Linns out when there's snow on the ground? None. How many collectors take their Linns out when there's snow on the ground? None. All right, so back to here. So what I did was I took the shifter linkage and everything off of one of the hot rod trucks or the Chevy trucks or whatever. So then you had the rod, so I have to make a little mounting bracket there. So to get going today, we just put some wire on it, so it's kind of hard to find the gear. So we just put it in gear and hope for the best. And also too, once we started driving and the skis shined up. Yes, the skis down there had to shine up. Plus the fact we have the heater hoses going down. Oh, not this one. Oh, right, we didn't have the heater hoses wrapped around this steering box because we put that Arctic grease in, the same stuff we use on our skill saw. Okay, let's do the one more video and call it good before the me phone gets cold and dies. That's what happened to the staff, and we had a hard time. So I don't know if we can see it. I'll try and see in here with the machine. I don't know. There's the steering. All right, so we got the big sprocket down to the little sprocket. We can steer it like a car, and that's no problem. So we did it with the other Linn, and same with this Linn, so that's how it works. So when it's 2 sprockets, the same size being small, you can turn that wheel 40 times up top to get it to turn. So that's all part of the improvements we've done. But you got to remember, we're the only ones with a Linn Tractor out having fun, and nobody's done stories on it. We had a story done in 2005 with us, and it was in a local magazine out of Flin-Flon. Nobody's done stories, nobody's done interviews, nobody cares. But when I'm dead and gone, oh, I'll be remembered as that crazy guy that took the Linn Tractors out to the wilderness to show the drawbacks and the flaws or design problems they had, but also to show how fast they are in the wilderness.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's negative 13 degrees Celsius, which is 8 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice afternoon, and as you can see, it is still snowing. I might have to use the flash on my camera to continue doing the weather because it's already dark. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, it's Black Friday and we're quitting early. We don't care what the boss says. He's an asshole. But we got the wood stove stocked up. Yes, we're ready for a long, cold winter's night here. In the kingdom at the end of the world. Yes, Wilderness, Alaska. It was a good test drive today in the Linn Tractor. It's a little rough because it's not a snowpack soft trail. But the Linn Tractor is built for speed. It's a highway truck for the bush. And that's it. It's made to go fast and pull loads. Yes. All right, let's see what's going on here with the flags. I did untangle them this morning, and they're in their natural state of being limp and tangled up. Oh well, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.